Hey everybody, welcome to Ezekiel's Fishing Bucket. I'm Ezekiel. Today I wanted to talk about the anatomy of a fishing rod, because really this is something I wish I learned sooner in the game, and it's really helped make a difference in the quality of fishing rods that I have bought and improved my hookup ratio. So with that being said, let's get into it. As you can see on this one, on the rod, it shows it is a 7-foot 2-piece. Its line weight is 12 to 50. Lure weight is 3/8 to 1 ounce. And its action is heavy. Here's why action is important. Each one of these is a different action. Action is in the first 6 to 12 inches of your rod. Basically, your action is your hookup snapback. If you are using a ultralight, which is this one, you can see that it bends very easily with very little effort compared to the one that I just showed you. It has a very stiff snapback to it. In this case, it requires less yanking for this one to set the hook than the ultralight, because you're basically trying to set a hook using a well-cooked noodle. This is a medium action. This is also a medium action. You'll notice that they look very close to each other, but they're not actually the same. And the reason they're not the same is most likely because there is no industry standard of what makes something classified as a medium or a heavy or even the ultralight. Because personally, I would say that this, because of its stiffness, is a medium light, and that this would be an actual medium. Next up is length. The reason why length is important is because length equals how far you get to cast. A lot of people think that, oh, if I just put some more lead on there, it will get out that extra 5 feet or so. And up to a certain amount, that's true. But after that, you can't throw any farther, because the weight does not decide how far you get to throw. It's mainly the length of your rod. And the longer the rod, the better your casting accuracy will be over a longer distance of water. Now, none of my rods list power. Some do, some don't. But if you ever do see power listed in those statistics, power is this part of the rod. It is the lower spine, if you will, the backbone of what you can really pull in and handle when it comes to size of fish. This is that ultralight, medium, heavy, medium. Next, this is a stat that's not listed on the rod, but should be acknowledged all the same, is the different butt ends that come on different rods. Typically with your lighter tackle rods, you will have your basic type of butt end. And then when you get into your mediums and heavies is when they start doing the extended butts, or some people call them fighting butts. They do add a good amount of stability if you are fighting a fish and bringing it in. Then you can tuck, like this longer one here, you can tuck that up under your armpit for extra stability. Lastly, I want to talk about some of your different line options. This is 30-pound braided spider wire. This is 15-pound braided spider wire. This is 4-pound trilene with a tint of green to it. And this one is your 8-pound monofilament. Anytime that you see on a rod or a reel, especially the reel measurements of poundage to yardage, it is measured in monofilament fluorocarbon. If you're interested in changing over to braided line, which I personally am very glad I did, then with just a few simple Google searches, you can find the diameter equivalency of your ranges for braid, and then you know exactly what you can swap your monofilaments and fluorocarbons out for your braided line. But if you do that, I'd recommend you still use the monofilament or fluorocarbon as a leader line. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this simple breakdown of the rod anatomy. Hopefully, it will help you make better or more informed decision next time you need one, or you're looking to maybe buy or give one as a gift. All right, we'll talk to you next time.